Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
LeBron has returned to Los Angeles per medical recommendation as he continues to progress well from strained left groin. The Lakers have 2 games remaining on their current 4-game road trip, back-to-back Thursday night against the Bucks, Friday against the Nuggets. Ocho?
Yeah.
What you think? You think LeBron? I mean,
Hey,
I can
listen.
see him missing another week.
You can't play. You can't play with soft tissue injuries now.
No.
You cannot play with soft tissue injuries. Groin, hamstring, any soreness with the Achilles, any soreness with the knee,
Calf, hams, quad,
calf, man,
adductor.
You can't play like that. You got to make sure you all the way healed, and then when you do come back, you can't come back not to play in the game. You got to start in practice. You got to start in practice and see how much energy you can exert. And if you feel anything tug, you feel anything pull, you feel that little pinch,
that little catch.
But it's such a great feeling though when you have a soft tissue injury like that, and you see how far you could push it, and you don't feel nothing. You go a little extra harder, and for the groin area, you really can't put no compression there. You know, the hamstring, you can tighten it up. You put the wrap around to keep it tight, to keep it warm. The groin area, there ain't much you can put there, huh?
No.
Ain't much you can put there. So I'm kind of nervous for LeBron, especially at his age, because as you get older, you heal a lot slower now.
Yeah, you do.
Even as advanced as technology is, you heal slower. I hope he can get back as fast as possible. I hope it's not. I'm sure they have different grades when it comes to groin injury. So I'm hoping it's not that bad I'm hoping it's a grade 1 and not that serious. So hopefully he gets back soon. But I know one thing, boy, them soft tissue injuries, boy, ain't nothing to play with, because they'll set you back even further if you come back too soon.
Yep. I think, that definitely what happened to Ocho if you come back too soon. The thing is that trying to push it, because normally soft tissue injury is a sudden movement.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden, that thing, because you used to being able to go, I got to get the ball.
Yeah.
I just take off. Hey, whoa, why are you moving so fast?
What was that?
Slow your ass down.
Hey, get your attention real quick.
It does. Having dealt with, hamstring injuries, and had an adductor, I had a groin injury, and man, it wasn't that bad. Right. But what happened was I didn't realize I had a groin injury, but it was coming on. And Ocho, we go away for training camp, and I'm on the diving board.
Right.
I'm trying to hit me a 1.5. I'm hitting me a pike. You know what I'm saying, Ocho?
Right.
I feel like Greg Lougain or something. I'm like, wow.
Right.
Man, I woke up the next morning.
It was hurt?
Was it?
But you ain't feel it while you was going off the board?
I ain't feel nothing. I'm in the water stroking.
Right.
Man, it wasn't that bad. I missed like 2-3 days of practice, and I was good to go. But nah, don't play with them groins. Don't play with them groins. Don't play with any soft tissue.
Right.
Like you said, because what happens is the sudden movement that will cause it to grab.
Yeah.
And then your thing is like, before you know it, you done gone harder than you should have. And the one thing you don't want to do, and I've seen people do it, tear that ham off the bone, tear that quad, rip a groin.
Yeah,
you don't want them product problems.
You don't.
Huh?
I know the Lakers facility. I know they have it. The pool work with the treadmill.
Yes.
That'll get you going, so you're not.
Straining. Oh yeah. It take the buoyancy and don't put the weight on.
You still get your conditioning. You don't put much weight on it just to see how much you can actually open up.
Yes.
But because of the resistance of the water, it won't allow it to grab.
Yes.
And pinch like it should. If you were not free weight, what's the word I'm looking for? You were on your own and using your own strength. That water and that resistance tends
the water give you buoyancy. So basically, you're not even a third of what you normally would weigh.
Exactly, right.
If it was doing it. So
The full body weight.
Ravens had that at facility because my knees, my last year there, my knees, because I had so much fluid on them, Ocho, I couldn't practice. So my conditioning was getting in that pool, doing that 10, 15 minutes in the morning and doing it 10, 15 minutes. And that was my conditioning.
Right.
Because I had to take all the pressure off my knees, knowing I'm going to get them drained on Sunday before the game, ice them things up, then I'm going to warm them up so I can go. Right. And that's what it was. But you have to understand, because, look, I got to get conditioned. I mean, to just go out there on Sundays.
Oh, no.
Man.
That's a tough task.
It is. Conditioning is everything, because when you get tired, all of a sudden you get lazy with your eyes, you get lazy with your arms, you get lazy with your head, all that stuff. You know, you don't want to get out of those breaks. The ball's up on you before you know it. There is no worse feeling than being exhausted and knowing you still have a task to do playing a sport.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't telling you what somebody told me, Chad. I'm telling you what I know. I've been there. And I look back on Ocho, I say, man, had I not been tired, I'll never forget, 1995. Had I not been tired, that first game of the season against Buffalo, I'd have gone for 250. I went for 180, but I was exhausted.
Right.
And I dropped like 3 passes just because I was exhausted.
Right.
Just because I was exhausted. Man, I was like, bro. But hopefully LeBron is a fast healer. He does a great job. He has a great team around him. Yeah. They say $1 million. When you got a guy on call 24 hours a day, oh, you eating up some time. He got medical people. He got a chef that's full time. Right. He has all this. LeBron James is spending more than $2 million a year on that body. On his body. Trust me. Because I know what I spent when I played, and I ain't have nobody full time. Right. I ain't have nobody full time. I mean, Mike Macias travels with the team. Yeah. Mike Macias, that's LeBron's only client. Do you know? Because, Ocho, I don't know if you ever had a massage therapy or anything like that, masseuse or massage therapist or whatever you call them. But when I would bring mine from Denver, and he would stay 3 or 4 days, I had to buy the whole book. Right. Because I'm calling him to miss the appointment.
Yeah, you taking him away from his work.
Yes. Yeah. So I got to pay. Hey, he might have 6 or 7 appointments a day at, $150, $200. I got to buy that.
Yeah.
If I went in for a week or 2 weeks, I've got to buy all those appointments.
On top of what you got to get.
On top of what I got to pay him.
Hey, see, that, it's something wrong with me. I always players like Terrell Owens.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens was like you. Terrell Owens was like, when it came to LeBron, really took care of their body.
Yes.
Hyperbaric chamber, cold tub, eating right, doing everything necessary to make sure their body was on point. And then here go my crazy eating wrong, eating McDonald's, barely stretching in the when it's time for practice. I'm sitting there talking trash in the stretch line, barely stretching. Get out there and just run. Never got hurt. Ask me how many massages I got in the 12-year NFL career.
How many?
Man, 2. I ain't like nobody touching me, man. I'm like, listen, I thought I used to argue with TJ, and when Terrell came to the Bengals, I'm arguing with him like, man, you don't need to do all that, bro. You don't have to do all they doing and breaking up the tissue and they creating scar tissue. And I really think it's a mind thing. I had my own thing because it worked for me. And because I never got hurt, never got injured, I felt I didn't really need it.
Right.
And I don't know. I used to argue with some of my teammates back and forth about getting massages. I did it 2 times. One time it was, I was a rookie. I said, what, I ain't doing this no more. And the last time I had a little pinch of my hamstring, just a little pinch. And I had the lady massage it out a little bit, put the acupuncture. Yeah. And then what you call them? It looks
cupping,
like
needling, cupping.
Yeah, they did the cupping after the needling. Ain't nobody ever touched me ever since then. I don't know. It's weird. I felt it was a mind thing. They give you a massage, and all of a sudden, mentally, you think, "Oh, I feel better." Nah, not really. I don't think so. Now, what I did do when I played the entire time, that cold tub. Oh, I love that cold water, boy. I get in the cold tub from the neck down. I do my 5-minute contrast, 5-minute hot, 5-minute cold, and I finish with the hot, hit the shower, and I'm good.
Cold tub, that's what give you them babies. Cold tub increases your sperm count.
Is that Wally?
It does.
So that's see,
well, what happened? What happened? Same thing happened. You putting raw meat on people. That's what happened. But it definitely increases the sperm. It definitely increases your sperm count.
Well, actually, just to be honest, and listen, we family, and I like to share this with the family because we family, and like the kids that I do have, right? All of them just blessings. And God is good, especially when it comes to them. But these were agreements. You hear me? These were agreements. So there's a conversation that's had. Like, listen, you athletic. I like your background. I've studied your film. You know, anybody I've dated, anybody I had kids from, I asked them, can I see some footage? You know, were you athletic? Did you play volleyball? Did you softball? Did you run track? Can you jump? You know, so when we go on our first dates, I'm not going on dates so you can put on clothes and look good. I'm trying to see how athletic you are. Right. Let's go hoop. Let's go to Dave and Buster's. You know, let's go roller skating. Can you move? Do you have coordination? Can you dance? If you have two left feet, I can't do nothing with you. Because now if I have a kid with you, now that means my child gonna have two left feet. I don't want my child getting picked last in PE. I want him pick first. You know, so that's how I operate.
This episode of Nightcap is brought to you by Cologuard, a non-invasive colon cancer screening test. Currently, colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the U.S., and it's on the rise in people under the age of 50. But when caught at early stages, colon cancer is survivable in 90% of the people. So screening and early detections are key to reducing overall colon cancer deaths. And a great one-of-a-kind way to feel more in control of your colon cancer screening is through the Cologuard test, a prescription-based test with none of the prep that's required for a colonoscopy. The Cologuard test is the only FDA-approved, non-invasive option that looks for both altered DNA and blood in your stool, which can indicate the presence of abnormal cells. This test offers convenience and ease of use, and the kit is delivered right to your door. Once you complete the kit, it is returned to the lab and results are available within 2 weeks. Plus, it's affordable. Most insured patients pay $0. And if you do need a colonoscopy as a follow-up, most insurance plans cover that as well. So if you're 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can request a Cologuard prescription today at Cologuard.com/podcast. The Cologuard test is intended to screen adults 45 and older at average risk for colorectal cancer. Do not use the Cologuard test if you've had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease, or certain hereditary syndromes, or personal or family history of colorectal cancer. The Cologuard test is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Cologuard test performs in adults aged 45 to 49, it's estimated, and based on a large clinical study of patients 50 and older. False positives and false negatives can occur. Cologuard is available by prescription only.
The Thunder beat the Celtics 118-112. Monster double-double for Chet Holmgren. Shai was Shai, right? He's leading in the MVP. 23 points for Chet. 15 rebounds. Shai, if I'm not mistaken, had 33 and 7. Yep. No, he had 34, 7, 1 steal. 4 rebounds. They got balanced scored, Ocho. They got Lou Dort gave him 13. Wallace gave him 14. Kim Williams gave him 10. Hartenstein gave him 11. Isaiah Joe gave him 11. It was a very balanced night. The Celtics made a run late in the third quarter to tie this thing up. But at the start, the fourth, they get out to a lead. OKC does. And then I think over the last stretch, at one point, they outscored them 15, went on a 15-4 run to kind of blew the game open. Celtics hit a couple of baskets, but they were never able to reattach themselves to the Celtics. But, man, OKC look really good, Ocho. They don't look good. They look great.
They look great. Listen, I think this is the preview of the NBA Finals. Could I be wrong, or do you think I'm right? What you think?
You could be right, but the Cavaliers are going to have something to say. The problem with the Celtics, Ocho, so much of what they do is based on three-point shooting.
Why?
They got up 63.
Why are they doing that?
Because that's their game. That's their game.
Even if it is their game, you can't live and die by the three. You're too talented as a team with players that can do much more than just shoot behind the arc. Why are you living and die by that? What happened when everybody has an off night?
You
thought you shot 36 damn threes in the first half.
63 for the game. And when you do that, Ocho, you see the difference? Look at the Thunder. They pressure you. Now they're getting to the free throw line. They got to the free throw line 23 more times.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they didn't shoot a great percentage, I think they were like, 25 or 35 or something like that.
Yeah.
Even though you don't shoot a great percentage, unless you miss 3/4 of them, the Celtics went to the free throw line 12 times. They made 10. The other team went to the foul line 35 times. Well, if you go to the foul line 35 times, let's just say you make 20 of them. You're already up. That's 10 more points from the foul line than the opposing team. Well, they made 23.
So I got a question. As a coach, if you see the three's not working, at what point do you abandon the three? At what point do you abandon the three and have somebody run plays? Now, I know Porzingis didn't play, so you really can't do much in the paint, but you still have players that can get down there and bang and do other stuff besides shoot behind the arc, knowing you're having an off night.
But
I don't understand.
Because that's their game plan. It's kind of like why you say it's like a team that throws the football. And you say, why are you throwing the football when you see you're not having success? Because that's what they do. Why are you running the football? You see they stopping you. Well, that's what we do. The Celtics shoot. They take more, not necessarily make more, but they take more threes than anybody. And if you look at it, Ocho, JB did not have a great game tonight.
Not tonight. No,
he did not. No, I mean, really, with the exception, I mean, he didn't play good. But give OKC credit. They got tremendous wing defenders.
Oh, yeah.
Caruso didn't even play, but you go look at Isaiah Joe, you look at Lou Dort, you look at Wiggins, you look at Wallace, you look at Chet Holmgren. They can defend. They can defend the perimeter, and they can defend the paint now that Holmgren is back. And you got Shai that's giving you 30 on the night.
Right.
And then you got, even though Jalen Williams didn't play.
He didn't even play.
He's going to give you 20 a night.
Right.
But these other guys are going to chip in and give you the 13 to 14. They did an outstanding job on JB. They contested everything. They made it very difficult. They fouled him out. Yeah. He only had, 10 points? And that was late in the ball game. But they fouled him out. They fouled Derek White out because they put pressure on you. They're attacked. Now, they'll take threes, but they're looking to attack the basket and get you in foul trouble. But this is OKC. They're going to be tough. SGA passed Kevin Durant tonight to become the fastest player in Thunder supersonic history to reach 10,000 points. That's saying something.
Amazing.
That's saying something. And we know how prolific KD is at scoring the basketball.
Oh, yeah.
He got one of the highest scoring averages in NBA history. And for him to get to 63, to get to 10,000 points quicker than KD, that's saying something. You should be very proud of that. The Celtics took 63 threes tonight, Ocho. 63. 63. And see, this is what makes it an ugly game. This is what people be talking about. You take it all the thing, clank, break, clank, boom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, it's a beautiful thing when they're on fire now.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing when they hit, and obviously it extends the lead and makes it difficult for other teams to come back. But when you off, they off.
This is why you see Celtics get leads and teams track them down because they keep taking threes, they miss it, and now all of a sudden they go down to the other end. Another team, they might make a few or get layups or get fouled, and next thing you know, they're right back into the ball game. So the Celtics can shoot you out of the gym, but they can shoot you back into the gym with all those missed, rush threes. And that's what you have to worry about. The Thunder now have 2 fourth-quarter wins against wins against Boston. SGA, the best both time. Doesn't seem like the Celtics can guard it. They can't. And the Celtics got good defenders. You look at a Derek White. They started with Holiday on him. You look at JB. That man got 34. And he did it on an efficient night. It wasn't like he was 11 to 28. I think he was like 12 of 20 or something like that. He didn't. He would. I mean, he and Michael Jordan, the only 2 guards in NBA history to score to average at least 30 while shooting 50% from the floor. So that tells you what type of Shai was 11 of 20. 11 of 20, Ocho. But he went to the foul line 11 times. He was 10 11 from the foul time. So he put pressure on you because his handle, he 3-level scorer. He can get to the paint. He can get to the lane, finish at the rim. He got a mid-range game. Now he's added the 3. Now, he didn't shoot the 3 ball well tonight. He was 1 for 7. But he has that in his repertoire. I was watching him warm up tonight, And the shot that kind of like sealed the game, he got to the top of the key, back down, nice touch, boom, hit the rim, got a great bounce, went in. He worked on that shot pretty much all night. I'm just watching him going round and round and shooting that shot. But he got his ability. He kind of reminds you the way he could like a left hand, like a right-handed James Harden. When James was in his peak and would just, okay, no, I'm not. I'm going to the rim. Okay, you get a hug up on him, and he pulled through, foul.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Good.
Wait, you went to the game?
No, I was watching it. I was watching it on television. No, hell no.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't go to the game. But you just, you kind of like if you do go to a game, I kind of like to see the guys warm up, especially when where they're shooting from, because I think they're anticipating, because a lot of guys when they go out around shoot around, they work on spots and they so many, and it's like, okay, this is kind of where I'm going to be. Let's get this. You see LeBron shooting threes. He go around the horn shooting threes. Okay, he gets to his post up. Okay, he gets on the right side. He demands the ball. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna post up. Okay, I'm gonna fake, and I'm gonna go up and under. Guys do certain things, so I like to watch to kind of see how the game's gonna play out and worked on this. And you watch Steph Curry. Steph is one that you watch because you see what he's doing. He's running, getting to a spot. Boom, he's doing certain things. But Ocho, after watching OKC, man, boy, the West got their hands full.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
The West got their hands full.